Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Cool Talk Live, brought to you by Brown's Heating and Air, with your host, Brandon Brown.
Good morning. Welcome to 2022. This is Cool Talk with Brown's Heating and Air. Thank you for everybody who has been listening and downloading. I have missed you the past, it seems like forever, Woody.
I haven't seen you since last year.
Yeah. In more ways, before Christmas.
Christmas.
I mean, it's been a lot. There's a lot to talk about.
You've been busy for the last few weeks.
We have holidays, a vacation, a scam, a Disney trip, snow, COVID, and now we're here.
It's like you had a whole reality show. Within like 3 weeks.
The last month, I definitely needed you to follow me with your camera and just that would have been. We might have went viral.
I can't wait to hear the scam story because when you were texting me, it was like, oh my god,
it was a nightmare. But I don't even know where to start. I guess first, I hope everybody had awesome Christmas, awesome New Year's. Hope everybody's safe and healthy. I know that sickness is going around rapid and fast and it's getting everybody. So please stay safe, stay healthy. I hope we had a good Christmas. We did. We hosted this year, for the first time. We used to go, the past 11, 12 years, we would go to Dara's, my wife's aunt and uncle's.
Yeah.
And he passed back in about September, October, from cancer. So we had to, do some things different this year. So we hosted Christmas. It went nice. Everybody had a great time. The boys got everything they wanted from Santa. And then I guess Christmas was a Saturday.
Yeah, it was kind of threw me off a little bit.
It was. It made everything. Even though it was a weekend, it made everything with work crazier because usually I always give 2 days paid for holiday for the. So instead of Friday, Saturday, can't pay Saturday, we were closed Thursday, Friday. And then the following week, you're closed Friday. So you got back-to-back weeks. Me and you were talking about it before I got here. It's just like the end of the year, which is my favorite time of year. Christmas I look forward to it. I'm already looking forward to next year, But it's for a business owner, especially, and this, it's
stressful because you really do you have to ride the waves, and then especially this year. With Christmas falling on a Saturday, it's like right around Tuesday or Wednesday. I was like, all right, I get a couple days. Wait a minute. No, it's not till. Oh gosh, I still got to work for 3 more days.
You're right. And this year, I think this year was 10 times more busier for us. One, we had to do the week before we had our company Christmas party.
Yeah.
And bless my wife, if it weren't for her. Nothing would have got done.
She's the true captain of the boat.
Hallelujah. Because, she helps plan that. She gets the gifts, the dinners, everything lined up. We have our Christmas party. Plus, you're trying to get your house and your Christmas stuff ready. And I always see those funny pictures, and it's true. A lot of things they get on Christmas morning, I'm just as surprised as the boys. I'm like, oh man, that's awesome because
Santa did great.
She does she gets it shot. I've already got. I get home and it's wrapped. Everything's wrapped, and I just some of the stuff I know what's coming, but some of it you don't. And it just was even busier. So we had that, and then we had the Christmas, and then this year, first time ever, we left 2 days after Christmas and went to Disney.
On the adventure.
Yes, on the adventure. So we leave that Monday morning at 4 a.m, which wasn't bad. We did hit. Yeah. We hit some traffic near Clemson, South Carolina area it was like an hour or two backup. I don't know what happened, holiday travel or what, but we still got down there in about 12 hours. And we pull into we were renting Dara's aunt rented a house in a gated community down there, and we've done these before through VRBO, and you get the house, you get your own pool, and they've got an arcade and a restaurant, and it's just a full neighborhood. So we pull up I guess it's about 10 o'clock at night. No, let's see, 12. We left at 4. It's about 6, and I'm looking at the address, and I'm like, I felt like the robbers on Home Alone. When they pull up and everybody's dancing, they think people are supposed to be gone.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, I thought they left yesterday. And they're just looking, and Kevin's in there doing all the.
Oh my!
And that's what I felt like. I'm like, this is our house, but it's like full of people.
Yeah.
And I go and I'm looking through the window and I'm like, man, they're sitting down having a dinner. They've been here for a while. Something is not right.
Yeah.
I'm like, so we double check our emails. We double check the address, and we're at the right address. So we pull in up to the gatehouse, or the main office there. We get to talking and come to find out, finally the manager, he's looking, he's like, well, what address? And we're looking, and he's like, well, we don't have, we rented it through VRBO, but the actual company that was listed, it was called All Vacation Dreams or something like that.
Okay.
Like they were the rental company handling this house. And that's what most VRBOs, they have rental agencies like renting it for them. And he's like, we don't see any house in this community that they should be managing. I'm like, are you serious? Like, he's like, yeah. So we called VRBO, and yeah, some of that is VRBO's fault. They really don't. I guess they don't really check who's listing. I don't know how that works. I use VRBO all the time. Beach.
Yeah, we used it for our weekend trip coming up.
Yeah, I hope nobody double booked you.
I pull up there, sitting in the living room. Hey, we'll just share the room with them. Yeah.
But they got the money, and we called VRBO. So we're on the phone for like 4 hours. This is like, we got there at 6. We've been traveling all day. Everybody's tired and hungry. We're supposed to be at Magic Kingdom the next morning. VRBO, yes, it was part their fault, but he was really helpful. He got us a hotel for 2 nights and until we got it sorted out. But we had to do all this research, because right now she's still fighting to get the money back.
So you pull up, and people are there, and then so what did the company that listed just made up the listing?
Yes. It was like, what it ended up being that we're finding out is that they, and now that I know this now, and I'm going to start doing this before, and I'll hopefully, if you're listening, if you do anything through VRBO, you can see the company. If it's not a person like this, if it's a rental place, you can see their link, and you need to research them. Like, once I actually pulled up their website, and even the manager was with me at the place. He stayed on the phone. He worked late. He was awesome at the place. He pulled up their website. He's like, I can tell you right now, before VRB gets to the phone, this is fake. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, every picture they have is 3 years old.
Huh.
Like, this is our pool. This isn't our pool anymore. It's been upgraded. They had a picture of the restaurant and the arcade. He's like, none of that looks the same. The gym is not there anymore. This playground is upgraded. He's like, I can tell they pull pictures from older, I don't know how, but older sites and used for your rental. So what had happened was they had rented it to us. See, and I thought something was odd, because we were supposed to check in at 4:00, and by noon, we finally get an email, here are your keys. But when you go to click it on VRBO, you get either a code to the door, whereas it kept coming up, the owner has not released the keys yet. I'm like, well, maybe it's because we're not at 4:00, the check-in. So once we get there, it's 6:00, and it's still saying that. It won't give us a code. It won't give us anything for the house. They were emailing, telling us to Venmo money if we wanted to heat the pool, which it has a heated pool. I'm like, wait a minute. Now it's starting to sound really fishy. They've already gotten the full money for the house, like the whole week. They've gotten paid from VRBO, because they get paid the day before. They get 50% down a month before, then the rest of it the day before or something. So they've gotten paid, and they won't answer the phone. That keeps going to operator, but he pulls it up. Yeah. So if you're booking and you see it's an actual rental place, you need to, or even people, you need to research them. Make sure they're legit, because this company, once I pulled them up too and looked at the reviews, they had 8 reviews, and they were all 1 stars of people in the last year that have gotten scammed. And I was like, and I went, and this was kind of our aunt's first time booking through VRBO. I was like, yes, VRBO, I trust, because I've done it for so long. But she booked it, and really didn't know you could really research that, which I never have either.
No, I mean, well, you never really think that. There's scammers out there, but really, like, like you're booking a house, like the amount of effort that they did to do
it was
that
all
is
legit.
Like, and what's sad is that when you were texting me is that y'all have driven 12 hours.
Oh.
And I know that trip.
Yes,
it's the last hour you're like, oh, thank God. Okay. All right, I'm just going to relax. I'm going to lay down for a minute, just relax. And then when you get there and can't do that, That's so bad.
It was and it just made it even. It was crazy because what they did, they created. They've got to pay, and it's all legit. I mean, even she had a paper full of DocuSign. I mean, they sent her DocuSign with a legit contract, and the guy's like, and even the manager, he's like, look, I don't know why. He said this happened several years ago for a while, and then it stopped. And he's like, there was an old lady in here yesterday, drove all the way down here from New York with her grandkids to go to Disney, and it happened to her, and we had to find her another place to stay as well. And she was like, it was an old lady. She was crying. They had $12,000 from her, and he said, I don't know why, but y'all are like the third or fourth that's happened again. And of course, it's a holiday season, so everything's booked.
And it's the 50th anniversary.
50th anniversary. There's two bowl games that week.
Maybe
There's
that's why.
a nationwide cheerleading, dance, gymnastics competition. Two big college bowl games in Orlando. So there was nothing available.
God.
Now, I don't know. And then what even makes me this is even weirder too. And it really made me mad. So we get to the hotel VRBO never calls us back the next day. They're supposed to find us a house. They were so busy they couldn't get to us. So we get to the hotel and we're supposed to check out the next day, but we have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And I told the lady at the front desk, I'm like, can we extend our stay just the rest of the week? Do you have any openings? She said, nope, we're completely sold out.
Huh.
I said, but I'm on Google right now and it shows y'all have openings until Monday. She's like, I don't know what to tell you. So we go up in the hotel room. We spend about 2 or 3 hours looking. And finally, I was thinking, and my wife, she's like, I'm going to just book a room here where we're at and see what happens. So she booked the room till Monday, and I called down and I talked to the same lady. I'm like, do you see us checking out tomorrow, or can you see if there's a Brown till Monday? Oh, yeah, you've got a room now till Monday. I'm like, why in the HE double hockey sticks could you not tell me this 4 hours ago? She's like, oh, well, hotels, the booking.com and hotel.com buy a block of rooms. And they pay for the whole year. They buy 100 rooms, and they pay for the whole year. And they will not let the front desk know if they're being used or not. So it looks booked, but you can book them on Google because they get some. I guess
they've booked it like they block off those rooms,
right?
Oh my god!
But I guess they have a contract now on hotel, because I've even done hotels.com before and showed up, and they're double booked as well, and we got to go find another hotel. That's why I didn't trust it. And they're like, no, well, and then I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me this 4 hours ago? She's like, yeah, they don't tell us. They won't let us look at that. They buy them, they book them, they block them off, and then once you book them online, it transfers into the person's name. I'm like,
that's ridiculous.
So you got to, so I'm like, what happens if someone, like in the old days, you drive and you had no phones, no email, and you just pull up and say, hey, can I get a room for the night? You can't do it anymore because you have to be tech savvy, to do it.
Oh, we used to. Back in the day, we would hop in the car, go down to the beach, right, and just roll up on a hotel, and it was great. But then we made that mistake one time, and there was a boogie boarding contest in town. And then we get down. I was like, "Wait, Outer Banks is really crowded this weekend." Wow. And then no one was open. So that was before, like you said before, you could book online. Yeah. And so we had to travel like another hour back up inland to stay. And I was like, "Oh, come on!"
Yeah, and it's sad because there is still a lot of people that don't do technology, and I don't know how they would.
Oh my God, my parents would get freak out. I mean, they wouldn't know what to do.
I mean, because I saw it as we're at Disney. I'm like, look, it shows plenty of availability. It must have been a cancellation of a team, get COVID or cheer team or something, because there was a lot of teams, and maybe they canceled over the block. I said, when we get back, we'll talk to her and see if she can give us one of these rooms. And they're not even allowed. The front desk, they don't even know. They're not allowed to tell you. They show full.
Yeah,
they're not. They have no access at all. He's like, well, I guess if they could see it, they could tell us, but they have no access. Like, it just shows we're 100% full on their end. But Google's saying we've got 12 rooms left.
Yeah.
And I was like,
because they've blocked off those rooms regardless, so that they always have inventory. That's
why when you see the commercials, hotels.com or booking, that will guarantee you a room. Yeah. Like if you call the hotel and they're full, but then you book through them, it makes them look good. Like, we got you a room that you couldn't get. But what had happened is they're pre-buying them at like $100 a night and then re-renting them for $150.
Man.
So because they have a contract, so whether that room books or not, they have to pay the hotel. So the hotel wins either way.
Man, y'all, all right. So you get down there, your house is scammed.
The house is
Then
scammed.
You finally find a hotel.
Yeah. Then the first 2 nights were on VRBO. They paid.
Yes.
They sent me a list of 5 hotels.
Yeah.
And I picked the one at this one. It was the at the Disney Springs Resort Hotel.
Yeah.
I think it was a Wyndham.
Yeah.
It was actually turned out. It actually at the end of it, we were all happy. We actually stayed here instead of a house. It was beautiful.
It was nice. Right there at Disney Springs.
Nice pool. I was 5 minutes from every park. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, they gave us the 2 nights. So we were there Sunday night, went to Magic Kingdom. VRBO was supposed to call us and go, here's your house. They never emailed us or called us. I was on phone with them a couple hours that day during Magic Kingdom, trying on hold, walking the park, trying to get it. And so finally, then we had to go back at that first day and deal with trying to find somewhere to stay, because if not, we had nowhere to go. We had to check out. And then we had to finally got that hotel. We booked through Google, and I called down. She's like, "Oh yeah, you got rooms now till the rest of the week." And oh Lord!
So y'all ended up staying. You stayed at that hotel for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes.
All right,
we were able to stay there. We didn't have to move, pack up. We were able to get our vans valet. So you got to, whether you stay on a resort or not, now you got to pay for parking anyway.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it was all the same that way.
Yeah.
So
all right. So now all that's happening. But how was actual Disney?
Disney.
What was your opinion of it this trip?
Disney was slammed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst than this is our 4th or 5th trip. This is the busiest we've had, and it's a holiday, so we expected it.
Yeah.
And now if it wasn't, again, for my wife and her knowledge of the Disney app, it honestly, as busy as Magic Kingdom was the 2 days we went, we rode and did everything in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Still, as busy as it was, with 2 or 3 hour waits, because she managed the app and the fast passes and the timing of rides so well. I don't know how. We would walk around and know, all right, well, this ride's only 15 minutes. Let's go on and ride this, because our fast pass will be active by the time we get off. So you would hit 2 rides within 30 minutes. So, and then she realized on our second night there, we've been 5 times and never rode the 7 Dwarfs Mine Train because of the line.
It's awesome.
So we realized, she figured out somehow that to wait until the end of the night when the fireworks started.
Yes.
Because it showed a 90-minute wait.
Yeah.
And as soon as they started that show, they didn't update. It was only a 5-minute wait. They got on and rode it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And they were watching the fireworks as they're riding. Yeah. And they said it was the best. So if you're ever down in Disney, and that's a long wait till 8 o'clock, 9, whenever they're presenting the fire, because everybody goes and sits in the front of the castle an hour or 2 hours before. And they don't update the times. It's fast. So as soon as that starts, go to your ride you want, because all the times dropped.
Yeah.
I think the longest we waited there was Jungle Cruise, because it was the last ride we were doing. And it was a pretty long wait, but they really wanted to ride it. But it wasn't bad. It was really busy. We actually did Hollywood Studios for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And that was actually a really, really great day, because Magic Kingdom and Epcot were sold out. Hollywood was sold out, but I think a lot of people Hollywood is better. I think was a really good spot to be.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom and Epcot get all the advertisements, of course, to be there for New Year's Eve. But man, it was great. We got in the main little yard there when you walk into Hollywood.
Yep.
You walk through the first little town, and then it opens up by the lake.
Yep.
They had a DJ party. It started like 10 o'clock to 12. So it was bubbles and snow going everywhere.
Nice.
And he was jamming with a light show for about 2 hours, and they did the countdown. They did a really neat laser and light light show in the buildings as well, like video, and dropped a ball. So that was actually a really good time. That was probably one of my favorite days. Then we did go to Universal one day. That was my first time there.
Yeah,
but,
what'd you think of that?
Universal was actual Universal I didn't like. And I think it was because it was just so busy.
Yeah.
It was so busy. It was shoulder to shoulder the whole park. Now, once we got to Islands of Adventure, connected to that, that was really one of my favorites because that was a neat little area.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. Seuss land, and you get to see the Marvel. Like my boys like Spider-Man, they got to ride them. I don't do too good on the motion rides and 3D stuff anyway, so I'll sit out and let them wait in line and ride it, and I'll wait because it just gives me a headache.
Oh,
and
it'll wreck the day.
Especially that Star Wars one.
Smuggler's Run. Is that the one, the Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, where you control it with the buttons. They loved it, but even one of the people that went with us got a little sick after that. And you got sick on that one, didn't you?
I did. That and that one's a lot like the Pandora ride in Animal Kingdom, the one where you ride the Banshee.
Yeah,
both of them are about the same, and both of them I had to sit down for about 30 minutes after because it was so it's so amazing. But it's also like about halfway through, you almost start praying that it stops.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, I'm done.
And the people in front of that ride are actually controlling the up, down, left, and right. So if you got a kid up there,
we had a kid
that's just pushing buttons. And I saw yesterday on Google that ride actually broke because the buttons were pushed too much or something in one ride. If you look at Google, it's actually one of them's broke right now. That Falcon.
God.
Because of the buttons. But yeah, if you got a kid up there that loves moving and you don't want to move, they're just steadily moving that.
I wouldn't mind with that ride. I really wouldn't mind if they went in and like took away the controls.
Yeah.
And like made you feel like you're doing something, but you're really not.
Right.
Like I'm okay with that. Did you get to ride Rise of the Resistance?
Let's see. They did. I didn't ride it.
Oh, no, that one?
They did. They loved that one.
That one's amazing.
They loved that one. And the Avatar.
Yes.
They loved that one.
Yep.
That was a long wait. That was the end of one days we waited. That was a long wait, but most of them rode that and loved it.
Yeah.
But Universal was, and I really never got into. Now, of course, we got COVID when we got back.
Yeah.
So all of last week we're in quarantine, but I really never got into Harry Potter. Like I love the Universal and seeing it all, but I wish I understood it more.
That's me.
So now last week while I was on quarantine, I started watching all of them. So I'm on
nice.
I was just saying, well, I'm going to sit down and watch them because it's the anniversary. I've never watched them fully. I've watched bits and pieces. I've never really. So I've gotten through 5. I think it's 7 total.
Yep.
8?
9.
9.
Yeah.
All right. So I finished 5 yesterday. So I'm trying. I'm going to go
They're
through
good.
them.
They started getting really good. The third one is my favorite.
The Ring of
the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner. Yeah, I like that one.
That one was my favorite, but they started I like the first 2 were okay, but then they just start getting a little bit more darker and grown up, and then it's like it becomes more Lord of the Rings for me, and I'm like, okay, this is good. Yeah, but still, I'm like you though. I don't know enough. Like I like the imagery, but like to go to the land, I have no clue what's happening.
Yeah,
I have no clue who this character is or whatever.
Right.
But I like the dragon. I think what I'm saying. Like
and I like the way they have it set up at Universal, where you actually walk through, the town set up is really neat to see the buildings and like you're actually in the movie of Universal Studios. That's really neat to see whether you've watched them or not. Just how they actually you feel like you're in the movie. It was identical. And they have a train, the Hogwarts train that takes you from Universal Island, but we couldn't ride. It was like a 3-hour wait.
Good Lord.
So we're like, nah, we'll walk back.
It's so much wait. Like that was my only gripe. And I hate to be an old Scrooge, but my patience level has just dropped because
the older I get, my patience goes
really,
down too.
You can't wherever you went though. My only complaints, I love Disney and I love this stuff, but like you said, you've got to have your face buried in the app the whole day.
Yeah. And
it's hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
Hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
It's just I kind of miss the days of oh, this is fun. Let's skip around the park. Those are gone.
No, I'll never go. I mean, I'll never go again on an actual holiday. That's the main thing. You got to Google when to go because it was a good experience. We went with family that wanted to really go. It was most of their first time. With their kids, it was fun, and we did everything we wanted to do. Yeah. But now I've gotten old enough to where I don't ride much of the stuff anyway. I like the shows. I love the action.
Yep.
I do ride most everything in Magic Kingdom because they're geared towards family.
Exactly.
But the waiting and the shoulder to shoulder walking and even to get food. Which Disney is still doing. You have to order, on the app before you don't just walk into a restaurant, which actually worked better. I think it was pretty quick.
Oh, it's quick. It's just my only complaint is like, when you go on vacation or go on a trip, I used to leave my phone in the room,
right?
And now you have to have it. You're buried in it the whole day, and it's just kind of man.
And they wouldn't let us hook our credit card on our Magic Bands anymore. You have to take a card with you, which I hate because I used to leave all our money locked up in the room, where now you have to have cards and cash. Yeah, because they don't used to be able to hook to your band. You can just slide your band and. But the photo pass is really good. We did do that. That works out well. But the money, having to take a card just defeats the purpose of having the band. I liked having that card on there where you didn't have to take all your money with you. Yeah. But it was overall still it was a good trip. Yeah. I don't think, and of course, like I said, we got back and all of us ended up with COVID, but I don't even think it was from Disney. We were on the way back and stopped at this gas station. We walk out of the bathroom in the middle of the aisle between the bathroom and us trying to leave, and this woman and her kid were puking in the aisle. They just couldn't make it to the bathroom or something, and it was just everywhere. And I'm like, we'd have made like 8 days of Disney, and now we're going to end up with this stomach bug or something. So we're tiptoeing around everything. We go run out, we take a bath in sanitizer, and then we get home and everybody gets a cold and it's just crazy.
You feel bad for that family, but then the other part's like, I'm gonna have to leave or I'm gonna be joining you.
I was and it didn't bother me much. I was hungry. I was still trying to get some pizza and
poor lady, but I'm gonna hit my drive-through now.
Lord have mercy. But it was a good trip.
Good.
Man, that took up our I know I had a lot to talk about. I still got a lot of heat and air stuff to talk about next week, so I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad we're back.
It was so I'm telling you, like, you feel bad. Just know that, like, when you're telling your story through text messages, that, like, I felt bad for you.
I know you did.
But it was also part of, like, I can't believe this is happening to him. Like, Brandon's, like, literally the nicest guy. And then you're like, oh, man, his room's a scam. Oh, no. Oh, God, they got back and they're sick. Oh, no. Like,
I felt bad because it happened to Dara's aunt, who has, recently lost her husband to cancer. Yeah. She was trying to do this as a family thing. Something different, some kind of different tradition to kind of, move on, not move on, but to be together.
Exactly.
First New Year's without her husband, and it happened to her. So me and Dara are kind of in there trying to help her out. Let's get the money back. Let's tell her what to do, because she was still kind of lost. She's like, man, I've never, I'm 30 years without, in 35 years I've been married. Now what do I do? Yeah. I used to have, so that's what made it really upset. I'm like, oh my gosh. So we got it. So I kind of took over, like, let me get on the phone with VRBO. Let me talk to let's see what we can do. I got a bunch of emails. So I did get a ton of emails from the place and the HOA stating that they shouldn't have rented the house. So I think once she forwards all that together with the emails, they'll get the money back. But
man, that is such a shame.
It's
though.
Just
like, it really is.
Just be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking to travel, just now I'll have to do it. Research who's listing it and look at their reviews. Because we were even looking for other places to stay while we're down there. I'm like, oh, this is a nice place. And then we were researching it and say, has roaches or, you know what I'm saying? Or dirty linens or mold. And you don't see that. It doesn't show you unless you dig deep into the actual people that own it, websites or the places, and look at the reviews. So, it was crazy. But it was a good trip, good holidays. We're back healthy now. And Brown's Heating and Air is going to be booming this year. I've got a lot of good things to bring y'all next week. Some new stuff we got going on this year. New things we're adding. So please join us again next Wednesday. And we'll be back live and hopefully healthy. Y'all have a great week.